They sound exactly the opposite. On the surface, they appear to be completely contradictory statements. We won the game, we lost the game. How could both of these declarations be true? If a person is indeed talking about the same game, how could a team have both won the game and lost the game at the same time? Admittedly, there are times when such statements are uttered by someone who is completely, just simply lying. However, there are occasions when two contrasting statements may both genuinely be true, such as when the claims are made in different senses. Consider, for example, hearing someone talk about the 1990 Missouri-Colorado college football game. With only about 30 seconds left to go in the game and Missouri winning 31-27, Colorado had the ball first and goal at the Missouri 3-yard line. Colorado elected to spike the ball on first down in order to stop the clock. On second down, they ran the ball but failed to score. They ran the ball again on third down, and to stop the clock, they spiked the ball on fourth down with only 2 seconds left. They then ran the ball on fifth down and scored. The game was over at that point. According to the referees, Colorado had won the game 33-31. But did they really win? As any football fan knows, a team only gets 4 downs to make a first down or to score a touchdown if they are inside the 10-yard line. Fifth down does not exist in football. The referees had forgotten to count one of the downs. The only reason Colorado won the game was because they were given an extra down in the final 3 seconds. Imagine listening to a University of Missouri football player from that 1990 team talk about their game with Colorado. He may talk about their defeat at the hands of Colorado that year. However, he may also tell people that Missouri actually won the game. Why could he make both statements and still be telling the truth? Though technically the referees awarded Colorado the victory, everyone knew that in reality, Missouri had won the game. Thus, in one sense, Missouri lost, and in another sense, they won. So what does all of this have to do with Jesus? There are a few times in Scripture where different statements are made by the same person, including Jesus, which on the surface sound contradictory, yet when the reader looks more deeply into the text, he realizes that such different statements were made for different reasons and in different senses. One statement that has confused some Bible readers concerning Jesus' defense of his deity is found in John 5:31. Jesus began this part of his discourse by saying, "If I bear witness of myself, my witness is not true." According to many Bible critics, this declaration blatantly contradicts the statement he made on another occasion when speaking to the Pharisees. He said in John 8:14, "Even if I bear witness of myself, my witness is true." How could he say that his witness was both true and not true without being contradictory? Was he a liar, as some skeptics insist, or could it be that he was using these words in different senses? The fact is, Jesus had different purposes for why he said what he did. In John 5, Jesus was speaking to a group of hostile Jews regarding God the Father and his own equality with him. In this setting, he defended his deity by pointing to several witnesses, including John the Baptizer, the Father in heaven, the Scriptures, as well as Jesus' miraculous works. When Jesus conceded to the Jews the fact that his witness was not true, he was not confessing to being a liar. Rather, Jesus was reacting to a well-known law of his day. In Greek, Roman, and Jewish law, the testimony of a witness could not be received in his own case. As commentator Leon Morris noted, witness to anyone must always be borne by someone else. The law of Moses stated, "One witness shall not rise against a man concerning any iniquity or any sin that he commits. By the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, the matter shall be established." The Pharisees understood this law well, as is evident by their statement to Jesus in John 8:13. "You bear witness of yourself, your witness is not true." In John 5:31, Jesus points to the impossibility of anyone's being accepted on the basis of his own word. He is asserting that if of himself he were to bear witness to himself, that would make it untrue in a court of law. If Jesus had no evidence in a trial regarding his deity other than his own testimony about himself, his testimony would be inconclusive. Jesus understood that his audience had a legal right to expect more evidence than just his word. In accordance with the law, his own testimony, apart from other witnesses, would be considered invalid or insufficient to establish truth. But why is it then that Jesus said to the Pharisees in John 8:14 that his witness is true? The difference is that in John 8, Jesus was stressing the fact that his words were true. Even if in a court of law 2 witnesses are required for a fact to be established, a law Jesus enunciated a few verses later in John 8, that law does not take away from the fact that Jesus was telling the truth. Jesus declared his testimony to be true for the simple reason that his testimony revealed the true facts regarding himself. He then followed this pronouncement of truth with the fact that there was another witness, the Father in heaven who sent him to earth. Thus, in actuality, his testimony was true in 2 senses. It was true because it was indeed factual, and it was valid because it was corroborated by a second witness, the Father. Why is it that in the 21st century, we can use words and expressions in so many different ways and have little trouble understanding each other? But when Jesus or the Bible writers used words in different senses, so many people want to cry foul. Could it be because some modern-day skeptics refuse to allow Jesus and the inspired writers the same freedoms to use words and phrases in different ways? Could it be due to the unfairness on the part of some Bible critics? God the Father, along with John the Baptizer, the miracles of Jesus, the Scriptures, and specifically the writings of Moses, all authenticated the true statements Jesus made regarding his deity. Sadly, many of his listeners then rejected the evidence, just as people reject it today.